Hi, I'm Mandy Kellner, and we're here at Memorial Stadium in Victoria, Texas, for the second playoff game against the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs.
Hi, my name is Deanna Swain. I'm a senior at Refugio High School. Tonight I'm here to watch the Refugio Bobcats and the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs as they compete for the area championship. Go get 'em, Cats!
Welcome everyone to the area championships. The Refugio Bobcats are taking on the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs. Again, we're in Class 2A, Region 4. I tell you one thing, it's going to be an exciting game. Both teams coming into this ball game 9-2. On a little bit of a stretch here, the Refugio Bobcats, after a big win last week, continue on through the playoffs. And I tell you, they do seem focused. There's no doubt about it. They started off a little with a couple struggles earlier in the year, but they're coming through big time in the playoffs. I'm Stephen King, along here with Mr. Rudy Rivera, and as you see, Albert Flores obviously must be caught in traffic.
He is running late.
Yeah, we're playing this ball game in Victoria Memorial Stadium, and I know one thing for a fact. You can just tell by looking at the kids on the sideline. They take these things extremely seriously. They're all fired up. They're ready to go. And you see how the captain's out there for Refugio. They flipped the coin, had the coin toss, and I believe it's going to be won by Nixon-Smiley, and they will receive. Refugio will be kicking this ball away. And what do you think is going to be the key here? Is it the way I understand Nixon-Smiley team also, they are a very ground-oriented team also, if I'm not mistaken.
You're absolutely right, Stephen. Tailback Oscar Cardenas comes back. Last year he had 1,800 yards rushing for Nixon-Smiley, and he had 893 as a sophomore. So he's their stud. But they've also got some speed. Cardenas runs a 4.6. The quarterback Reagan Springs runs a 4.7. And their fullback Kenneth Houston, who's a pretty good size himself, also runs a 4.6. So they've got a little bit of speed in the backfield.
They sure do, absolutely. Again, I think those are the three we're going to look for. They'll probably go to the air just like everybody does. A couple times, try to put the Bobcats off balance if they can. But I believe we're going to see a lot on the ground tonight. Again, in that kind of situation, this might be a quick game. Both teams running on the ground. The clock continues to move rather quickly in that kind of situation, of course, unless there's a lot of scoring.
You're absolutely right.
Coming onto the field, both the Bobcats and the Mustangs, but here come your Bobcats to the sideline. Got a lot of them out there. Again, they brought up a number of JV players. I'd say anywhere from probably about 15, 18 kids came up from the JV for the playoff run. Again, it gives them an opportunity to get that playoff experience, get the feel of what these playoff games are about, and that's a very important thing. Again, that's only going to benefit these guys in the future, because sometimes in that situation when they're first year up on varsity and the playoffs come, they might be a little bit starstruck, a little bit about the situation, and but this way they really get a feel for it. They see how the crowd enthusiasm even picks up to that level, even one more level than before. Yeah, absolutely. But as we said, Nixon-Smiley will be receiving. And we have the national anthem coming on.
Both teams come into tonight's game with 9-2 records, Stephen. As we were speaking about Cardenas, he was the most valuable player in their district last year offensively. And they also have a good linebacker in Jason Medina, 5'10", 200-pounder, who was their leading tackler last year with 96 of them.
They're coming out of District 29 2A, is that correct?
You're correct. The coach is John M. Modell. In his first year there in 95, I believe he was 3-7. Last year he turned it around. In 96 he turned it around to 8-3. So he's done a little bit of a little bit of work with the Mustangs.
Again, for the Refugio Bobcats, the head coach, George Harris, been there a number of years, had an outstanding career with Refugio and his other coaching duties before that time. His record is just impeccable, no doubt about it. His assistant coaches, David McKinney, Rick Keese, Jerry Long, Adley Scott, Dave Plymel, Brian Roberts, and Darren Dabblegott. Teams take the field again. This is going to be a lot of fun. Again, as you can tell, the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs wearing the red, white, and blue, white jerseys, red pants, while your Refugio Bobcats have on the traditional black uniforms.
Yes, they do. The field looks like it's in real good shape.
I would have to agree with you there, considering a whole season's worth of action on that field, along with all the weather we've been having in South Texas up and down the coast. You know, like I said, the word is that it's a bit damp, but there shouldn't be any problems at all with footing tonight. Kicking it away is going to be Rose Sanders for the Bobcats. It's going to go deep, and it actually takes a bounce, and it's a live ball. Oh. It's a live ball, and Refugio falls on it. Kind of the pooch kick to the short man, and they're still fighting for it, but it is definitely Refugio's ball, and the official call is made.
Wow, what a way to start the game. Who is that, 63?
Number 63 for the Refugio Bobcats, coming up with that Ryan Williamson working his way down the field. He's got to be excited.
Big play to start the game, big play.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now that will go ahead and put Refugio on offense to start this game. So again, the coin flip doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter.
They don't have a 1st and 10 at the 29.
Rose Sanders, the quarterback, has 2 men in the backfield. Beck and Bill Bisby. He's going to go to Bisby up the middle. He breaks it through he's gone. He's gone. Split the defensive backs, and he kind of excited. He got a little strut going on back there, but the first one to greet him back. Oh, my goodness. Look at, oh, my gosh. You think Bill Bisby's big. Number 77, Ira Green, out there to meet him also.
Oh, boy.
I think that's the only guy that shoves Bill Bisby around on that team, no doubt about it.
29 yards up the middle.
Outstanding play. First play of the game. Actually, the kickoff was the first play. They recover the fumble, and the first play from scrimmage.
Mr. Bisby.
29 yards out. Extra point to come. I'm just amazed.
That's a good way to start the game.
I'm just downright amazed. Snap is good. Kick is down. It's up. Rose Sanders pumps it in. 7-0 the score, and I think we probably got maybe 15 seconds out of this game. I think we'll
if that much.
If that much. 7-0 the score. I tell you one thing, you've got to be exciting. And thank you very much on the call. 15 seconds, sir. I appreciate that. I'm pretty good about that.
Nice job.
All right.
Well, that'll get them pumped up on it. Look at them.
Absolutely. They're all fired up now, and they deservedly should be.
Oh, yes.
You know, again, they'll be kicking it away. Well, it's kind of like do-over time. We'll just start this all over again with a 7-point cushion.
Weren't we just here?
Special teams getting a lot of action for only 15 seconds in the game. But, again, Bobcats will kick it back deep, and there's a little bit of disgust back there. You can tell by the Mustangs. Number 22, Oscar Cardenas, along with number 1, Jeff Spears, back deep to receive. Sanders usually doesn't pump it all the way deep. He likes to work the angles. And he is going for that again. It's going to be taken by number 42. That's Pete Ramirez, and he gets to the outside, left side, and taken out of bounds there. Big hit, number 12 for the Refugio Bobcats. Pretty excited. Chris Tilley hits him hard, but it is a good return. So they do get good field position at the 47-yard line, possibly 47 is where it's going to be. Tilley just does lower the boom on it, knocks him about 5 yards out of bounds, but the situation is this. They lead by 7. Now the defense has to come through.
Yeah, the Mustangs are set up in real good spot there.
Going to go up the middle to the first man. I believe that's number 40, Kenneth Houston, and he is going to get to the 50.
Number 7, Burl McKinney, was the last Bobcat there to bring him down.
The McKinney boys.
The McKinneys.
Those McKinneys, I tell you, we've seen them in the past. We got more of them in the future. great athletes. On second down, nothing there. Number 22, Oscar Cardenas, was time on the carry, and he finds nothing. It is going to remain 7 yards needed for the first. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Ball spotted exactly on the 50-yard line.
Number 74, Marcos Torres, was the first Bobcat on the play there, so he made the play. He's a senior.
We got a straight I formation, kind of tight. They're going to throw, though. The quarterback wants to throw. There's a penalty flag dropped
Early flag.
back at the line of scrimmage. The pass by the quarterback, Reagan Springs, was overthrown, maybe actually thrown a little bit behind his receivers. And let's see what the official call is. It is going to be offsides against Refugio, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 after the 5-yard penalty. I don't know if everybody jumped. They might have been lined up inappropriately.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Steve, because I didn't see anybody jump either.
You can't get too tight. That neutral zone. You know, your hand might look good, but your helmet might be leaning in that no-no land.
They get you.
And they did. Again, 2 yards remaining. 2 receivers to the right side. Again, tight I formation in the backfield. This one's going to go to the fullback, and he dives forward, gets to the 40-yard line, and a 1st down. So number 40, Kenneth Houston, actually I believe it's Houston, not Houston, Houston. He's a senior fullback, and right now he has gotten all the positive yardage for the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs, except for the penalty. So on 1st down, in Refugio territory at the 40-yard line. This one's going to go back to Cardenas, and he's going to get about 3 yards himself.
Burl McKinney went in there.
Burl McKinney, but also
down underneath.
I believe that's number 60. I believe that's number 66, Artemio Hernandez. He's the one I think who really had him around the waist and down the legs a bit. So he brings him to the turf. 2nd down and 8. Coming up for the Mustangs and Nixon-Smiley. Again, they're man getting in there late. They're tied in, but they get the play off, and he throws. It is caught, and a 1st down, working his way down the sideline to the 20, 16-yard line. The receiver, number 16, Jeff Moreno, making a good play, making a great catch, entering up the field, and you can tell the Mustang fans are happy about that. They want to see their team answer back quickly and get back in this ball game. And right now they're being treated to a good offensive performance here on this series.
Yeah, number 47, Oscar Martinez got a lot of pressure early, but their quarterback, Reagan Springs, got the ball off before Mr. Martinez could get to it.
Good footwork also. Kind of snuck himself a little bit out to the right side. And 2 receivers to the left side here. This one's going to go up the gut. And it's Houston once again, the fullback, getting good yardage. I'd say close to 6, possibly 7. It is going to be closer to 7, maybe even close to 8 yards there. So it will be 2nd down, and I'll just call it a long 3.
Yeah, Hernandez was once again there around the ankles with the tackle.
They send 2 receivers once again to the left side. Tight I formation. This one's going to go to Cardenas, and he is upended, possibly going to lose a yard or 2. You see number 57. The man who's just wrestling him to the ground, Jake Gum, had an outstanding game last week. Going to pick it up where he left off. Also in the play again, Burl McKinney. Burl McKinney's finding a lot of action here in this early portion of the ball game. This one's going to go to Houston. Dives forward. And let's see where they spot this one. One of the Refugio players is saying, I don't believe he got it. And I think they're going to go ahead and say that is correct. He did not get it. It is going to be 4th down.
4th down is a great tackle by Matt McKinney, who wrapped him up from behind and brought him down a yard short.
That play before where they actually lost a bit of yardage was very tough on them. So 4th down. I would say less than a yard. They bring in the double tight ends. 2 men in the backfield, Houston and Cardenas. This one is going to go pitch outside. Picked up by Cardenas. He needs to get a yard. He does get the 1st down and knocked out of bounds. That was pretty ugly in the sense that Reagan Springs made a pretty Interesting pitch. It went to the ground. Cardenas just made a great play picking it up. There wasn't the pressure on Cardenas. Everybody had focused in on the quarterback. Once he was able to regain his composure, pick the ball up off the ground, he was able to just get enough to the outside where he was taken out, but it was enough for the first, and that's all they were really looking for. Touchdown would have been nice, but they wanted to continue this drive more than anything.
Springs knew he wasn't going to make it, so he pitched it back to Cardenas. It was a great play.
Oh, it's true. The fact that he got the ball out at all. Tight end set up to the left side. Receivers to the left side. It's going to be a pitch left side, and it's going to be Cardenas, and he dives it in. So the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs answer back, and they answer back early.
Interesting play there because the quarterback, Reagan Springs, after the pitch, was leading the blocks down there, opening the hole for Cardenas.
Unlike the pros, the QBs on the high school level like to see a little action.
Yes. But that great return on the kickoff sure set up Smiley.
Exactly. Agreed. Gave him great field position to start this one going. And good situation. They are going for two. Two receivers to the right side. They're not going to go for the tie right now. They're going for two. Again, tight formation. Quarterback wants to pitch. He does pitch outside. Cardenas tries to get a go. Again on the option play. Springs pumps it out there to Cardenas, and Cardenas does the job. We have an official down here. I think he took a shot when they tried to make the tackle. He got tied up with him. Ouch.
Ouch.
He's like, hey, these are old knees here, you know, stop it.
That is, you're right, though. That was the second time the same way.
Same way.
The pitch at the last second.
Got it out, and that does make the score 8-7 with 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. The Bobcats going to get to return a kickoff now. Again, let's see what they have in store for Nixon-Smiley. Oh, just a beautiful play. I mean,
yes.
Beautiful play. Again, they're focusing in so heavily on the quarterback that they've missed Cardenas twice. And I'm assuming that right now they're working on an adjustment to try and correct that in case Nixon-Smiley wants to continue working this option play all night long. Got to take the pitch, man, no doubt about it.
And Reagan Springs, knowing that Cardenas is back there, and every play, both of those times, has been right there. The pitch is
just in time. Zach Edwards, and with two other Bobcats back deep to receive. It is going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Options lie with the Bobcats here. What are their options, Rudy?
Well, they can take the ball where it went out of bounds, which I doubt seriously they're going to do. They can kick it again or take it 30 yards downfield from where he kicked it. So, yeah. They can take
It looks like they're setting it up at the 30-yard line.
Is that what they're going to do?
No, they're bringing them all the way back. They looked like they brought the defense on the field and wanted to set up
at the 30.
Set up at the 30, but that's not the case. Coach Harris has decided to make them kick it again, see if they can get better field position in the 30. Maybe he doesn't have much confidence in their kicker here. I'm not very familiar with their kicking game, and if this could be difficult for them, again, we are going to move them back 5 yards. They'll kick from the 35-yard line. So I think probably, you know, like I said, coach has seen the films. They make all their decisions based on the history of the opponent.
Yeah, that might be a wise choice. They apparently know something.
See that hand being raised?
He's got a
cast or something?
It's probably not a cast, but he's
got something on there, yeah. Luckily for Nixon-Smiley, he's the kicker. Okay, now they spread everybody out. Again, the kicker, number 16, Jeff Moreno. It's just a low little squibber. Taken at the 35-yard line. Caught in midair. Works it back up to the 43, 44-yard line. So it does work out in the favor of Refugio. Number 40 was the man on the catch. Adam DeLeon caught that line drive. And again, they get about 14 extra yards on the play.
Yeah, nice move by Coach Harris.
Again, looking at the kicking game, like I said, I think he's on to something.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Just short of the 44-yard line of Refugio, they take over.
Well, they've only had one offensive play so far.
Yeah, they're well rested, no doubt about it. Bland is in at quarterback. It is going to go all the way into Nixon-Smiley territory. That is going to the workhorse, number 11, Bill Bisby. Gets some good yardage, though, considering. Again, he'll, I believe, get about 7 yards on that carry. He'll need 3 for the first down, but that is just typical.
He's been their workhorse all year long. Why stop now? Or why change?
Why change anything? I agree. Bland under center. He gives it to Bisby, and he gets the first down. Bounces out, tries to cut back inside, does, over the 30, down to the 25, and Mustangs, let me introduce to you Bill Bisby.
We got a flag.
Back at me. I started talking up too soon. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see what the call is, of course. It is going to be a holding call, or actually a legal block in the back is the call, and they'll move it back against Refugio. Again, they'll make this from the spot of the infraction. Is that correct?
You're absolutely right.
So they may still get the first down, depending on where that block came from.
Correct.
And I do believe that is the case. It should be a first down. They just take away some of the yardage from Mr. Bisby there.
Number 42, Pete Ramirez, found out the hard way about it. He was just hanging on for dear life as Mr. Bisby ran over him.
Bland once again, 2 men in the backfield. Beck and Bisby. Bisby, left side. Someone grabs onto his ankle. He'll get about 4 yards to the 36-yard line. That big line to run behind, as I mentioned before, number 77 down there, Ira Green, 6'1", 350 pounds. I'm not making that up. Big man, playing hard. On 2nd down and 6 from the 36-yard line of Nixon-Smiley. This is going to go to Bisby. This time they upend him. They stop him after a gain of 1. Some gang tackling, and in most cases, that is what it's going to take to bring down Bill Bisby. He's just a workhorse, just a very powerful running back. He runs from the fullback position, and you would call him the prototype. I mean, not real tall, 5'10".
It's pretty obvious. It looks like Nixon-Smiley, what their plan is to stop Bisby, because they've got 8 guys close to the line of scrimmage.
Bisby, or the running game in general. The running game in general is the plan, I'm sure, because although Refugio can go to the air, I believe that their bread and butter is on the ground. Pitch right side. Oh, man, that was a play. He made the play. Number 88, Chuck Johnson of the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs, just put number 22, Alex Boyd, on his back.
Quickly.
Outstanding defensive play. Before Boyd really had a chance to ever get one going there. I mean, he had just worked his way up the field rather quickly, and the way the play was designed, it ran right to him.
He had no chance.
4th down, punting it away. It's going high. It's going to be taken at the 5. Oh, and he slips and falls, so he is down right there. Slips and falls, trying to make his move. Number 1, Jeff Spears. He's a bit disgusted with that, but you take a risk fielding a punt on the 5 anyway. All kinds of things can happen there, but that's a great kick. Again, you want to try and pin them deep in their own territory. He did not kick it into the end zone, so it worked out heavily in the advantage of Refugio there.
There's our Bobcat.
Working the sidelines here. Working the guys. Going to Houston. Houston gets 5 yards. Earl McKinney got his feet, but then closing the play, I believe number 34, Norman Moya, he kind of sealed him there after the 5-yard gain. So it gets him out of a little bit of a hole there. They buy a couple of yards. So 2nd down and 5 upcoming for the Mustangs. Power I formation. Quarterback keeper this time, and he takes a shot. Moya coming in heavy, but around the bottom side. I was not sure who that was.
Yeah, it looked like it was the brother, Matt McKinney. That was
number 9.
Yes.
Believe so also. But they are short of the first down. That's one thing we're looking at for sure. It'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the Bobcats got a good following out here tonight.
You know. They get the first down. I believe that's Cardenas around the right side, and he had to do some dancing, but he got over the 15-yard line to about the 17, so it will be a first down.
Yeah, Norman Moya was there to make the stop again. I think Victoria, from years past, has considered this stadium as their home away from home because they've played quite a few playoff games here in Victoria.
First down upcoming for the Mustangs. The quarterback, Reagan Springs, hands off to Houston. Houston doing his job as a powerful fullback. Hits Roe Sanders, number 17, actually kind of gives him quite a shot, goes through him and gets about 3 extra yards. Sanders, it will be credited with the tackle, but I'll be honest with you, I think he took most of the punishment on that one there. Houston is, again, doing most of the productive yards for Nixon-Smiley. Cardenas has gotten a couple key plays, about 2 and 3 yards apiece, but Houston seems to be the workhorse tonight. This is going to be Cardenas. As soon as I say that, here comes Cardenas with a big play all the way over the 30-yard line and a first down.
Finally brought down by number 74, Marcus Torres. But you're right, not till after he picks up the first down.
Coach Harris on the sideline, kind of yelling some instructions, or maybe a little motivational speech to the to the defense, like stop that guy. But it will be first down. Once again to the fullback. He's actually kind of slung forward.
Yeah, didn't get much there.
But actually,
Torres was there again.
A little bit more than you think. He got about 4 yards on the play. Under a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Again, Nixon-Smiley leads 8-7. They do have the ball, and this time, not much there. Number 9, Matt McKinney, gets to Houston first, then all of a sudden here comes Roe Sanders and a couple other Bobcats to put him down. But no gain, actually probably a loss of 1.
Yeah, we can put freshman in front of Matt McKinney because that's what he is, and he's got 3 more years to go. That's a nice play by the freshman.
As he rolls to his right side, he is going to be incomplete. Looking down the field, number 42, the intended receiver, Pete Ramirez. But it will be 4th down. It will be 4th down. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. And we're late in the first quarter. Refugio crowd happy to see the defense come through. The defense come through with a big stop. They do trail 8-7, but Nixon-Smiley is going to be punting this one away. Good kick. Oh, goes off the hands. And whose ball is it? It is bouncing free. I don't know. And it is going to be Nixon-Smiley ball.
Number 42, Pete Ramirez coming up with the ball.
Ramirez was the intended receiver on that last play, but this gives them great field position at the 20-yard line. That was a super play. They just got to the ball quicker. Again, the Bobcats a little indecisive on how to make that play, make the catch there. He didn't get underneath it. It went off his hands, and the situation is that. The hustle of Nixon-Smiley gets the ball back. They're bringing in big Ira Green on the defensive side. He's playing at the defensive tackle. He in there to lower the boom on someone, and
he plugged the hole.
He did it that. He did it that. Houston, Green, I'm not going to give Green the official tackle there, but he sure didn't do anything in that hole.
No, I think it's Burl McKinney who actually made the tackle. But
I think coming back in the ball game is Marcus Torres. We don't see Green a whole lot in that position there, but again, the first quarter is going to be over, 8-7. The Nixon-Smiley Mustangs doing a job right here. Again, with the 2-point conversion, takes a 1-point lead here.
Yep, it's the two scorers. Of course, we have Bisby running 29 yards, and Mr. Cardenas 2 yards for Nixon-Smiley scores. Because we are here in the playoffs and we have Refugio Bobcat football for you, we have sponsors that make this whole thing possible. And of course, Miss Laura's Kitchen. Oh, I'm telling you, visit Miss Laura's Kitchen in Refugio Shopping Center because we offer noon buffets daily and on Thursday and Friday evenings. Miss Laura's Kitchen is proud to back the Bobcats during their march through the playoffs. We appreciate them being a part of this. And also, of course, Ben Jones Hardware has been backing the Bobcats and serving the Refugio County for 26 years. We specialize in Whirlpool appliances and can meet your lawn and garden needs with Yazoo and Lawn Boy brands, not to mention a full line of hardware. Come see us, and remember that Ben Jones Hardware, we care, we repair. Go Bobcats.
Those people make it possible for us to bring it to you, and again, show them your appreciation. If you need any goods or services or something, or you need good food or something along the line,
Visit them.
Visit these people. Let them know and tell them personally. Show them by giving them your business that you appreciate what they're doing. As you can see, to start the second quarter, we had an illegal procedure penalty. I don't think that gentleman actually must have made it to the huddle to realize what the snap count was because he was way ahead of everybody else. But it'll be first down and 15.
The Bobcats defense is to come up with a good stand here to keep within range of the Mustangs.
Excuse me, the ball is on the 25-yard line, first down and 15. Receiver coming in motion across the right side. He wants to throw. He looks down the field, and it's, almost intercepted off the hands of number 12, Chris Tilley. He wishes he could have that one back, no doubt about it.
Right through the hands.
I think he had dreams of running that sideline, you know.
I believe you're right.
But the situation is this. It is now second down and 15 from the 25-yard line. A big defensive surge is necessary here after the turnover on the punting unit. He's going to throw out. Oh, that one just got away from the quarterback. Number 12, Reagan Springs. That just didn't come out well at all. Came up about 5-6 feet short. I don't think he really set up very well, and it might have been to his advantage the fact that he did not complete that pass because Refugio defensive back really had a great break on the ball, and if it's a good pass, he has an opportunity to pick that one off because he really did try and get in that passing lane rather quickly, and I think he would have had a shot at it. So it'll be third down, 15. Fourth down?
Yes. Well, they're going to call a timeout down.
Fourth down, 15.
Yes.
Well, I learn something new every day. There is a timeout taken on the field by Nixon-Smiley. Mustangs want to discuss this one, talk it over. Again, the fans of Refugio are urging them on for a big defensive stop. Again, it would be one for the confidence level. You know, after giving them the ball deep in their own territory, did Refugio. The defense to come through and just seal the deal.
Be a good morale booster.
Coach McKinney over there, the defensive coordinator, having a talk with everybody, making sure everybody's on the same page. Look out for this, watch out for that. Don't let anybody get behind you. Know where the first down markers are. Make sure no one gets to that area. I mean, you can give them a couple yards here. There's no doubt about that. But you cannot let them have a first down. And they did it again. A little offsides penalty. Not offsides, actually a legal procedure is the call. It'll be called against Nixon-Smiley, so they move him back another 5 yards. The situation is this, though. It's the same thing. Maybe for their kicking game, it's just too far to even think about making a kick effort. Punting, it's too easy. You might only gain about 9 yards if you kick it into the end zone, or you get, one more shot at trying to put some points on the board. Reagan Springs looks to throw, looks down the middle, and he's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, number 10, Alan Velasquez, had a good breakthrough, but again, the free safety came over. Definitely had a play. The ball was thrown on a line, possibly if he throws kind of a floater and lets Velasquez run underneath it, but there might have been a chance, but that one was thrown a bit high. And so the defense of Refugio holds and gets the ball back for their offense.
Yeah, that's a good job by the defense. Looks like Rose Sanders is now backing in quarterback.
Rose Sanders is a quarterback, and he hands off to Bisby. Bisby will work his way forward, get about 3-4 yards himself.
Number 63, Dennis Flores, making the stop for the Mustangs. Bring up about a 2nd and 6, it looks like. 2nd and 5.
Refugio coming back up to the ball in the backfield. As you see, of course, Bisby number 11, but Brian Beck number 32. Watch out for him on the outsides. It can happen, but Bisby's going to do it in the inside right now. Again, just following that big offensive line. Gets the first down over the 40-yard line to the 42, and they'll move the chains. A little bit at a time.
Senior Jason Medina, who we were talking about earlier as their defensive leading tackler from last year, was on the stop there.
Line comes up, followed by the rest of the Bobcats. Rose Sanders, making sure everybody's on the same page. Gives it to Bisby.
There's a host of Mustangs there to stop him on that for maybe a yard.
They've been successful at times stopping him, again, but it's like for every 2 times they stop him, he'll pop one for a good 10 to 15 yards.
Number 42, Pete Ramirez, was the first one there for the Mustangs.
Coming into the ball game for Refugio is Jordash Lewis. They're going to send 2 receivers out to the right side. Tight end on the left for Refugio. 2 men in the backfield. Oh, stop it before it ever starts. Normally in that situation, we have probably an illegal procedure.
You're absolutely right. Had a dead ball foul. We'll move it back 5. But if you look there at that play again there with Bisby going up the middle, it looks like the Mustangs had several guys there waiting for him again, and we're going to put a stop to him. Maybe they.
Well, they know who he is.
Yes.
He's burned them one time for a score already, and he's had some good runs. But can they stop him all night? That's the question.
Nobody else has been able to.
Not many have, exactly. Like I said, watch out for Beck. Rose Sanders taking it around the outside. He continues on, making a great run here. He's taken down, spun to the turf, but after he makes an outstanding run, number 66, that's Matt Rollins. He's the one who puts him down, but it will be 3rd down and 4 coming up. And he made something out of very little. He had some great footwork back there to avoid some tacklers. Rose Sanders doing a super job there. Again, 2 receivers are going to line up to the right side. Tight end left. Last time we saw this formation, it was Bisby up the middle. Let's see how they do it. They got 5 men tight. The inside. This is Bisby. He's going to try and go to the outside. He is taken down. Going down low, number 27 making the play.
Juan Reyes.
Super play going in at the angles. At the angle he took at the ankles of Bisby.
There you go.
I must be tired or something.
trip to Victoria, it was long.
Long. 8-7 the score. Still here in the second quarter. It is 4th down, and it looks like Refugio is going to punt the ball away. Good snap. High kick. Short. To the right. Takes a favorable bounce, though. So he got a break there. Definitely got a break. It takes it all the way to the 24-yard line. No return. Almost kind of a bit of a shank kick there, but he got such a favorable bounce. Not too bad. But the defense comes back on for Refugio, as does the offense of Nixon-Smiley.
Yeah, we've got a nice roll out of that.
Once again, they go with that I formation. Very tight I formation. Going to go to the fullback, Houston. Right there on his back is number 74, Marcus Torres. I believe also Burl McKinney was in there making some of that play. Number 7.
Stephen, the winner of this game is looking to play the winner. Crawford and Ganado are playing each other right now. And to get this.
Oh, this is going to be Houston. He breaks it over the 40 down to the 40. Actually, the 43, 44-yard line. Moving the chains. Big first down.
It looked like number 34, Norman Moya, made a touchdown-saving tackle there.
It seems like both these teams have similar game plans. They're working the fullback a lot.
Yeah, they both do. Like I was saying, Crawford and Ganado are playing up the road too, and the winner of this ball game will play the winner of that one next week.
They come up to the line. It is first down. 3 men in the backfield. They run behind the 2 blocking backs. It'll be Cardenas. He'll get over the 45 to the 46, possibly 47-yard line. It'll be a gain of approximately 3 to 4 yards. Second down coming up.
Matt McKinney once again making the stop for the Bobcats.
Just over 3 yards in that play. Bringing in the play from the sidelines, number 10, Alan Velasquez. Actually, I believe I'm mistaken. I think that's Robert Gomez, number 30, who brought in the play from the sideline. Going on the inside reverse, and they're not fooled. You saw number 47 make a quick break to the play. Outstanding play. Oscar Martinez for Refugio picked up on it.
Got a flag thrown in there also. Looks like they've got
a holding penalty.
Yeah, the preliminary call.
Need to look over the coach. What do you want to do, coach?
But you're absolutely right. Oscar Martinez made a great play there.
Yeah, he was not fooled at all. He was very focused on that back and was able to take him down at that point. So, you know, at that, they also could consider, you know, declining that one. It was probably a loss of a couple yards on the play, and then making it third down and about 8 or 9. But instead, they take the penalty, move them back 10. And it'll be second down and very long. They get close to the 40-yard line. The 39, get a couple yards back there, but not near as much as they were hoping for. And again, that's number 40, Kenneth Houston. He's had a number of carries so far here in this ball game.
Number 47, Oscar Martinez, once again bringing him down from behind.
2 receivers left side. In the I formation. Once again, it's a pitch to the outside. This time, actually quite a good run by Cardenas. I thought he was taken down about 5 yards behind as the Refugio D-back comes up to try and make the play.
There was several guys that got escaped from Kermit Tyler, I believe was the last Bobcat there to bring him down.
But he does get back to gets back a few yards on the play, but it's going to be a 4th down and 8, and it's a situation where they're definitely not going to try anything too crazy. They are in their own territory, so they will punt this one away, and Refugio will get the ball back. It's a great kick. There was some contact with the kicker, and I want to see what happened there. Rose Sanders be taken down at the 12-yard line.
That end of the field might be a little bit slippery because now that was Sanders that slipped a little bit and almost went down to a knee on that return.
Let's see what's going on. Everybody's kind of looking back down the field again. I believe there's a penalty called here, and the situation is this. A lot of it, there's roughing the kicker, and then there's running into the kicker.
Correct.
And again, if it was running into the kicker, it'd be a 5-yard penalty, and that would be not enough for the first down as far as Nixon-Smiley is concerned. And if that's the case, they have to punt it again, or they can take this pretty good position here. It was a good kick, not much on the return. It is declined, so they're going to go ahead and stay with that instead of risking another shot at possibly a bad kick or a big return by the Bobcats.
Yeah, they've got the Bobcats pinned back deep, so that was a wise choice by their coach.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line of Refugio. Yeah, that was a great kick with the pressure coming. Bobcat offense takes the field. Two men in the backfield. Double tight ends. Quarterback is Bland. Goes to Bisby. Bisby breaks two. Continues. Keeps on his feet over the 20 to the 22-yard line. He's a big man. 5'10", 230 pounds. To be as agile, as he is, the way he can keep his balance, the way he did there. He was going down twice and used his opposite hand to keep himself going.
Keep his balance. That was a remarkable run.
I'm real curious to see if this young man's going to have an opportunity to extend his football career in the college ranks, because he's just got that build for it. He's got the desire.
They're bringing out the chains. We're going to measure this here.
It'll be a close one. It's going to be, I believe, a bit short. So it'll be less than a yard needed for a first down, but it'll be second down coming up. One of the big things, one thing I was going to say, it's just good. They got good yardage on first down. They were back deep in their own territory at the 17-yard line, so they just need to start moving it out a little bit, create some space between themselves and their own goal line behind them. Bringing in the unbalanced line. No, I'm sorry. That's I was looking at the quarterback. I thought he was going to be that fourth lineman, but no, they're going to go with the double tight ends. This one goes to Bisby. Bisby gets plenty for the first down. Over the 25 to the 29-yard line. It is a first down. Let's stop the clock for just a moment here, just so they can move the chains, get everything organized.
Number 42, Pete Ramirez, was the one making the stop for the Mustangs.
Once everything is settled, they will go ahead and kick it back up, which they have done. 8-7 the score here. Nixon-Smiley leads over Refugio. Refugio kicked the extra point while Nixon-Smiley went for the 2-point conversion and got it, so they hold on to a 1-point lead here. Once again, I have to say it again, Bill Bisby worked his way forward, gets about 5 yards.
That was Kenneth Houston, the fullback, who's in there now on defense, making the stop.
He's working hard on the offense. Now he's having to hit Bill Bisby. He's going to work pretty darn hard on the defense, too. Houston in, one of the linebackers. This is going to go to the second man coming through. That's number 22, Alex Boyd. This time they use Bisby as the fake.
That's the first time we've heard his name tonight, isn't it, Boyd?
Well, actually, no. Boyd was one who got hit in the backfield earlier.
You're right.
Pretty heavy.
You're right.
As you saw, it's about 3:29 to go here in the first half. Nixon-Smiley leads by 1. Blandon at quarterback. Double tight ends kind of seems to be the standard formation right now. It's going to Bisby. Bisby is hit head up, and he's going to be taken down. Good technique by Nixon-Smiley. I believe that was number 34 or number 54.
Like number 54.
54, Ruben Laging, I believe is what his name is, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I hope I am. Again, he broke down, put a shoulder in, and stayed with the play. Bisby went sideways a little bit, but I don't think he got any extra yardage, so great technique on the defense. Bland continues to make the call on 3rd down. He wants to throw. He has got his tight end. Breaks it into Nixon-Smiley territory. Good pass, zip pass right there.
Number 89, Mitch Denley.
Mitch Denley pulled it in, and got some good yardage after the fact, too, to be sure he got a 1st down. But good little zip pass right there. Didn't waste any time. Denley is quite a target himself, 6'4", 230 pounds.
That is a good target.
That's a good target. I'm telling you right now, that's a good target. Two men in the backfield, same formation. This one's going to go to Boyd. Boyd tries to cut back in, and he's going to be met and taken to the turf, but he will get a few yards, about 3, possibly 4. Number 34 on the tackle, Jason Medina. But trying to make something happen. They're trying to mix it up a little bit. Bringing in the play, Jordash Lewis. He'll split himself out wide to the right side. It was a gain of only about 2 on that last play, so 2nd down and 8. Bland. Talking to the people in the backfield. Pulls it out of the pocket.
Oh,
Pulls it out of the pocket. Oh, what a very good heads-up tackle, but an outstanding fake from Bland to Bisby. Everyone bought that one. When Bland took off down the left side, nobody realized he had the ball. He gets some good yardage out of the play. Not enough for the 1st down because of the outstanding tackle made by Juan Reyes, number 27. When he made contact with Bland, he went down right there. He did not allow him to stretch himself out to try and get that extra yard.
He came to a stop.
But that was an outstanding fake. Everybody was looking at Bisby to see if he had that ball.
Looks like he's about a half a yard short, too, so it's...
This one's going to go to Bisby, and he just keeps working it down the field. Gets plenty of yards for the 1st down, and a timeout will be taken by Refugio to discuss everything. Again, they're under a minute to go here in the 1st half. Been pretty good stuff so far.
Yes, it's been a real good battle.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, this would be a good booster to go in at halftime with some kind of score for the Bobcats.
You know it. As I mentioned before, we have sponsors that make all of this possible for us, and again, we want to each and every time have an opportunity to show our appreciation. The First National Bank of Refugio is your home-owned, full-service bank serving Refugio County for over 74 years. As an equal housing lender, we make home and home improvement loans in Refugio County. Our farm, ranch, and business loans are unprecedented in Refugio County as we are the largest financial institution in the county. The First National Bank of Refugio's Impact ATM machine is open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We work hard for hard-working people. Also, of course, we've talked about it before, Rudy. Might have to stop off and get some chicken, and golden fried chicken.
Not the fried chicken.
Got to get some fried chicken. Love that chicken, golden fried chicken. We appreciate the fact that they are also supporting the Bobcats through their march through the playoffs. Bland wants to throw. He's got something going. He's going to the corner, and it's going to be incomplete. The interception was made, but it was made out of bounds. Good play by the Refugio receiver. Yeah, well, number 1 Reyes was the man who made the interception, but the receiver gave him a good lick, turned into a defensive back instantly, and again, made the play in case he does come down with it.
Yeah, Bland has been the
thrower of the two.
Yeah, has to be, yes.
He is the one they bring in for passing situations. But right now, Rose Sanders and John Bland have been alternating series here in this ballgame so far. Bisby finds a hole over the 20 to the 18. Timeout taken.
This is number 62, John Wade. You're seeing a lot of tackles from behind on Bisby.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Everybody's on the sideline talking with Coach Harris. They were all discussing things. There's Ira Green. Kind of when Coach Harris is coach, but when Ira talks, you might as well listen. You know? That's the way I see it.
He is a big man.
He is a big man, but again, they want to get points on the board. There's no doubt about it. They trail by 1 here in the first half, and they've got an opportunity. They're deep in Nixon-Smiley territory in the Mustangs part of the area, and you know, plain and simple, you don't want to miss an opportunity.
No,
because you do trail and you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get.
You need to take advantage of this if they possibly can.
They come back to the ball. Bland. Hands off to the big man. Bisby continues it on. It is.
Looks like he's got a first down.
If it is a first down, they need to stop the clock to move the chains. Land under center. And again, he goes to Bisby. Bisby tries to get to the outside. 10, 5, all the way down to the 3.
Nice run.
Refugio takes their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, he's going to look at that. See how
14 seconds on the clock. He's calling for a measurement. Wants to bring the change over. And they use their 3rd and final timeout. A lot of it depends. I think they called for the measurement. I think the Bobcats are fairly confident that they made the first down. That is the case. It is a first down, so it'll be first down, goal to goal. Bisbee's been very successful running the ball. There's no doubt about that. But in a situation like this, you might want to consider keep going to the air. Again, if you do not get it the first time.
he started up the clock. I thought we had a timeout.
He did start up the clock.
I don't get that.
One of the officials is stopping. He's blowing his whistle and stopping the play.
I don't think that clock was supposed to have started. Not if it was a timeout.
Okay, the official is going over to talk to Coach Harris. Coach Harris. Okay. He did. I don't think he recognized the fact that it was a timeout the whole time. He was more focused on the measurement. While the timeout had been called with a different official, and there was a lack of communication between the officials there.
Something was, because somebody had to have acknowledged it because both teams went to their sidelines. You're not allowed to do that when it's just a measurement. So somebody had to have acknowledged it.
Well, again, if they have the time during the measurement, of course they're going to try and get a little huddle in on the other side. But again, there's only 2 seconds on the clock right now, and they need to put that thing down to about 14 is where it was.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, this could be the difference between 3 and 7 if he makes his field goal right there, just by that right there. Wow.
Rose Sanders. The kick, a field goal attempt. It's high snap. It's down, and he kicks it up, and it is going to go wide to the right side.
Wow.
Did they reset the clock? They did not reset the clock.
They got 2 seconds. They got
unbelievable. That's it. I'm a tad confused.
Oh, boy.
But that's the way the first half ends, 8-7. They did not reset the clock.
I think you're right, Stephen. The only thing that I could imagine could happen is, like you had said, maybe they did not acknowledge the timeout.
One of the players went up to the official and asked for the timeout.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw it, but that's not the case. Who knows?
Wow.
Again, 8-7 the score here at the half. The Nixon-Smiley Mustangs lead over the Refugio Bobcats here in the Class 2A Region 4 Area Championships. It's been a good one so far. We'll be right back. for your halftime entertainment here at the ball game, the Refugio Bobcat Marching Band. We're back, getting ready to start the third quarter of action. Again, Refugio Bobcats trail 8-7 to the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs. We're in Victoria Memorial Stadium. It's been a good one so far, very tight. Both teams score on their first drive, but then the defense comes through for both teams through the rest of the ball game. Rose Sanders misses a field goal attempt on the last play of the first half, a controversial last play of the first half. We're still trying to figure that one out, but maybe one day we will. But that is the case. Real quick, while we have an opportunity here before we get playing away, we like to thank our sponsors, Gulf Coast Rehabilitation, Excel Sport Therapy. Again, they support the Bobcats and Woodsboro Eagles. They offer a full physical therapy service for all outpatient and inpatient needs. And you can call them at Refugio Memorial Hospital, 526-2321. Also sponsor, longtime sponsor, and some great stuff over at Moya's Mexican Food. We figure that's where Albert is right now. Since he doesn't seem to be here, Albert must be sitting much. He keeps talking about those enchiladas. I don't know. But again, they've been in business since 1938. 4 generations of family service, always supporting the Refugio Bobcats. Their message is, go Bobcats, all the way to state.
Yeah, Refugio will be receiving to start off the second half. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, what's going to transpire after those last 30 seconds or 14 seconds, I guess is what it was at the first.
I hope it's not a situation where that comes back to haunt Refugio again.
Yeah, let's hope not. Both these ball clubs have played a pretty good ball game.
No doubt about it. Like you said, Refugio will be getting the ball first here, and like the first half, they would love to score on their opening series, no doubt about it. Back deep to receive. We got Norman Moya, number 34, with number 10, Zach Edwards. Kicking the ball away, I will believe will be number 16. Number 16 is Jeff Moreno, and he just punches one. It'll be fielded on the fly at the 30-yard line by number 40 of Refugio. That's Adam DeLeon, and he continues working his way up the field. Somehow trying to make something out of nothing. He did a great job. Got it all the way to the 46-yard line, but there's a penalty flag. We might have an offsides here, considering where the flag was thrown. If it is an offsides, they'll decline it because they love that field position at the 46.
I'm sure they will.
Absolutely. It is declined, so the Bobcats take the field.
Looks like you say, the 46 has great field position to start the second half off.
No doubt about it. Let's see, again in the first half, it was primarily the Bill Bisby show. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Beck never had many opportunities. I'm looking to see a little bit more of Beck in the second half. Bill Bisby, though, to take the first carry, that's not too unusual, gets into Nixon-Smiley territory over the 45-yard line. We had someone jump on the line of scrimmage.
There's a little movement there, but doesn't look like there's any flags.
No, again, not something also to note. Rose Sanders, number 17, is back in the ball game at quarterback.
They're calling an official's timeout for a measurement.
So does that mean Refugio has a timeout right now? Are they all going back to the sideline, or?
Well, after that first half, the way it ended, there's no telling. Yeah.
Okay, here's the situation. It is short.
Well, not by much.
By about 2 inches. So we'll call Bisbee's run 9 yards and 32 inches.
There you go.
That's right. If we start tracking Bisbee's yardage by the inch,
Wow.
That can be kind of frightening. I don't want to do the math on that. Bisby gets it first and runs over his own player, continues forward. His attitude is strictly, you know, I know you're on my team, but if you're in my way, I'm sorry. I've got to run up your back.
Refugio Piscina was the guy that he ran over. Is the center leading the way also, but Mr. Bisby caught up with him.
Number 50, Refugio Piscina, down there making some blocks. So trying to create, again, with the Refugio team, there's, you know, you have to make those blocks down the field because there seems to be a lot of action down the field. This one again goes to Bisby, and he pulls a couple of players with him.
You know what I like? What I've seen out of Bisby, so far tonight that I like. When he's going to take that handoff, he gets them arms spread way open to get enough room for
Gives it a good pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gives it a real good pocket.
He does a real good job about that.
Rose Sanders under center. Again, the double tight ends. 2 men in the backfield. It's going to go Bisby. Bisby continues pounding yardage. Number 54 holding on to the jersey. Got a little help there. I don't think Bill Bisby is going to go down with a jersey tackle.
No. Timeout. I think they're close to a... Yeah, he's close to a first down again. I know. Measure it one more time.
One more time.
This is a good drive to start off the second half for Refugio.
Absolutely. This is what they wanted to do. Again, they scored early on one play, but now they're having to put a drive together and put more points.
Shorter. A little bit short again.
Again, this time he ran for 9 yards and 35 inches. They're going to go ahead and spot the ball.
Be third down.
It is third down. But the way Bisbee's running right now, third down and an inch, I think they're pretty comfortable with that.
It's a good situation to be in.
Good situation to be in, no doubt about it. Let's see if they just go with the bread and butter right now. Sanders does just that, goes to Bisby, gets the first down. Needed only an inch, got about 3 yards on the play. Coming off the bottom of that stack right there, kind of feeling the brunt of that action. Number 34, Jason Medina for the Mustangs. But they do move the chains, and Refugio continues this drive, and they're getting deep in Nixon-Smiley territory at the 22-yard line. Line up right on the left hash. They trail by 1, does Refugio, 8-7. So getting on the board here is very, very important. Sanders fakes it to Bisby, has the opportunity to try and make something happen himself. Gets a little bit, but it was kind of scary. That ball really never settled into his hands the way he'd like. It was coming out kind of high, and it was very susceptible. If someone were to make some kind of contact on that, we could have seen the ball fly, but that was not the case, and they'll get a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Rose Sanders, though, they're trying to mix it up, though. They pulled it out of the lap of Bisby a couple times. Bland had a great run earlier, and I think they tried the similar thing with Sanders here. Firing off the ball does the offensive line, really shooting off quickly. It goes to Bisby, working it down all the way to the 16-yard line.
Number 40, Kenny Houston, is when it tripped him up. But not, like you say, not before he picks up 4 yards.
It'll be third down and 4. Again, their situation is they're deep in Nixon-Smiley territory, just like they were at the end of the first half. But they didn't come away with any points at that time. This time, I don't think they will be satisfied at all unless they come away with 6. Want to be sure to get Beck lined up appropriately. Sanders kind of leading the way out there. They might have a delay of game penalty as they were trying to get everybody set. They do get a 5-yard penalty. It will remain 3rd down, so instead of 3rd down and 4, it'll be 3rd down and 9, and that's a completely different situation. If that comes out of the ball game, they're bringing Alex Boyd, number 22.
Everybody talks about mistakes that hurt you, fumbles, interceptions, but those penalties
they're the ones. You're right. Again, they're in a situation where they were driving, getting something together here, but now it's 3rd down and long. Sanders wants to throw. He throws down the middle of the field. He's got his man. Oh
my!
I think he kind of lost it, to be honest with you.
Sure looked like it.
Number 88, the intended receiver, or 89, excuse me. That's Mitch Dentley.
I think he got turned around or something and just lost it, or
yeah, I might have got caught in line because he didn't really seem to react to it well once it went over his shoulder. But
he was open.
He was open and just a little bit overthrown. The ball was just simply overthrown. Now I believe they're going to go ahead and try and put 3 points on the board. Again, Sanders is going to try and put one through. Unsuccessful earlier. Again, it was a very high snap. They kind of threw the timing off of the play totally. And what do we have here? We have a timeout taken by Refugio. Took them a long time to get set up. I mean, they were taking a lot of time out there. Coach Harrison not too thrilled about that. If you make a decision to go for the field goal, they want the team to respond, get down there quickly. 7:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. Trailing by 1 is Refugio, but Rose Sanders on the hold by John Bland. Going to try and pump one in from, let's see, 20, 27, 37 yards. Spot is down, and it is blocked, and it is taken by number 20 of Refugio. That's Phillip Brown. But it will be Nixon-Smiley's ball.
Well, that's twice. That's got to hurt to get into that close twice and come away with nothing.
Well, that's happened to the Mustangs also. They've worked themselves deep into Refugio territory, but then they got tough and not allowed them.
Both defenses have toughened up deep in their own territory.
2 receivers are going to go out to the left side. Once again, the standard formation here. Tight end right side. It's going to go to the fullback, Houston. Running out of that I formation most of the night. They've been pretty deliberate with Houston, and occasionally they throw in that option play, and it's been run a bit awkwardly at times, but effective each time they've run that option. So let's see if they'd want to continue with that and maybe look to Cardenas a bit more here in this second half. 2 receivers left side. They also put the tight end on the left side. This one is going to be Cardenas on the pitch. And he'll get about a yard more on that play before he is taken to the turf. It'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Looked like Rose Sanders was the first one there to make the stop.
Rose Sanders, number 17, playing the offense and the defense.
You know, I've noticed both sides. Their quarterback, number 12, Reagan Springs, is also playing some defense. So both quarterbacks from both teams are going both ways.
Coach Harris also he does the alternating with Bland and Sanders on the offensive side, so they're definitely getting some time to breathe. Here comes the pressure, and it's a big high jump, forcing a pass that I don't think he was ready to throw. Cardenas was definitely wasn't ready for it. Threw it short, and it is going to be incomplete. They were chasing the ball. He wasn't sure if that was a lateral or not, so he wasn't going to take any chances.
Jake Gunn, number 57, was the one back there pressuring Reagan Springs.
But that makes it 4th down, and they're going to have to kick it away now. So a quick defensive effort, only allowing 3 yards on that series of downs.
So the defense has made some adjustments.
Yes, it does. Good kick. It's going to be taken at the 39-yard line, and he'll be taken down right there. Actually might lose a yard. Tried to get something going there, but it wasn't going to happen on that play.
It looked like that was Rose Sanders on the return. Number 30, Robert Gomez, was making the tackle for the Mustangs.
As we talked about it earlier, it looked like the field might be a little damp because a couple times, especially on this side of the field, people have had trouble making some quick cuts, almost spinning out when they're trying to make a move. Refugio trails by 1. here in the third. Bill Bisby breaks a couple tackles, breaks another tackle.
Boy.
He's going 40.
He's off to the races. Oh, my.
230 pounds, and he had some breakaway speed, created some separation between he and the defensive backs of Nixon-Smiley, and that brings the crowd to their feet. Bill Bisby once again with his second score of the day. First one from 29, this one from
62. Wow, he left some runners from Nixon-Smiley behind.
They're gonna, I believe, let's see the situation here. Bisbee's still in the ballgame, so I think they're going for two. Two men in the backfield, Bisby and Beck. They go to Bisby. No, keeper by Sanders, and Sanders is gonna be, does he get in? Does he cross the plane? They say no, he does not. They say no, he does not. That makes it a 5-point ball game. They wanted that 2-point conversion badly.
Yes, they did.
Oh, that is a tough one there. Sanders, I mean, he was just on the verge of cracking the plane. Well, that's going to go ahead and, like I said, make it 13-8 the score here. Refugio leads. Nixon-Smiley gave up the big play, but what could be the bigger play in this game was the stopping of the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, back to that run. I'm sure Smiley has not seen anybody the size of Bisby, 5'10", 230, just flat out outrun their defensive backs. He has some speed to go with that size.
That's why I say that he potentially has a future in this in this game of football. That's right. He's got quite an arm there. Quite an arm coming up. Two men back deep to receive the kickoff. Number 22, Oscar Cardenas, along with number 1, Jeff Spears. See if they can make something happen again. As we've noted before, Sanders normally doesn't pump it back deep. He likes to work the angles. See if he can find a hole back there. And again, that's what happened for them earlier. Found a hole, and they were able to taken at the 17-yard line by Spears, but he actually gets a good return out of it. Gets it all the way to the 34-yard line, so it's a return of 17 yards. Took it at the 17, ran it 17.
Number 56, B.J. Garcia was the first one there for the Bobcats to bring him down. But not bad field position.
Not at all. Not at all. Receiver wide right side. Look at the tight end on the left side. Actually double tight ends. It's wide. This is going to go to Cardenas. We talked about that option play earlier. And the man making the play, I believe that's number 12, Chris Tilley. He may have paid for it a little bit, but the thing about it is he did bring him to the turf. It'll only be a gain of 2.
Yes, he did. Nice tackle. He's a sophomore also. Refugio has quite a bit of young players on their team.
Yeah, that's true. These guys are getting a lot of good experience this year, and Refugio's on another one of their playoff runs that they seem to be on year in, year out. This one's going to go to Houston. Makes a great run, gets a first down all the way over the 45 to the 47-yard line. So big run by Houston. They tried it with Cardenas. We had talked about that earlier, and they go back to Houston, and he gets something going. We have a Refugio Bobcat down.
Oh, that looks like Oscar Martinez.
That does. At number 47, he's
made some great plays tonight.
He is. They're checking his ankle, I think. I hope. He seems in a bit of discomfort there. We do hope that he'll be okay. They're going to keep checking on him. Again, the trainers are out there quickly. Hopefully, as we said before, hopefully it is nothing too serious. They're going to go ahead. Looks like he might have twisted that ankle is what it looks like to me. Again, they were concentrating on that part of his leg. And let's hope that he will be okay. And give him a good response as he comes off the field. But it is Nixon-Smiley's ball at the 47-yard line. They seem to be putting something together themselves after Refugio has scored. Again, quarterback keeper. Springs is taken down. Shot down low. I think that might have been, let me see.
Rose Sanders.
It is Rose Sanders, number 17. Looked like the quarterback was thinking about considering the stiff arm or do something, and he just went right underneath it, took him down at the ankles, kind of sent him flying, but does get into Refugio territory. It is a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the Refugio 49-yard line. Once again, 2 receivers are going to the right side. They're going to line up the tight end on the right. Houston and Cardenas in the backfield. This is going to be Houston. Tries to bounce to the outside. Not much there. He may get a yard.
Zach Edwards, number 10. Looked like he was, yeah, that's Zach. Going to make a tackle also. Number, is that 81?
I believe so. Jeremy Mascoro. Third down play coming here. Big third down. Again, Refugio wants to get the ball back. They would like to extend their lead. No doubt about it. And they definitely don't want to give Smiley a good opportunity to put some points on. Man in motion to the right side. It's going to be Houston. Houston works his way to the middle. He breaks them. He cuts through, and as I said, they were trying to, oh, man. I tell you one thing, outstanding run. Kenneth Houston, he pulled a Bisby. I mean, it was a very similar-looking run. The fullback working his way through, splitting some guys, people trying to arm tackle him, and Houston and Bisby are cut out of the same mold in the sense that you're not going to bring these guys down with arm tackles. And that's the case, and they were able to get behind the secondary. Once they broke through, it was over. So they put points on the board, and they take the lead back, 14-13 with the extra point to come.
Well, that was a 48-yard touchdown. We've had 2 long runs for touchdowns here in the second half.
We said that we believed this game was going to be primarily ground-oriented, and I believe we were right.
I think you were right, Steve. They're going for 2.
They are going for 2. Oh, the quarterback loses his footing also, and he's unable to do it. Also on the play, number 57, Jake Gum. So it will remain 14-13. 1 point. 1 point difference here. Again, similar. It's just the way it was earlier. 1 point.
It was down there on the same end of the field we were talking about earlier. He lost his footing, it looks like. Well, it might be a little bit wet down there, but that was still a nice run by Houston. 48 yards, right smack up the middle.
Yeah, he was very north and south on that run there. He didn't fool around, didn't dance around too much. He hit the hole, continued going straight to split defenders. And like we said before, you're not going to arm tackle someone like Houston, and he takes it in for the score. Now, Refugio is going to be put in that position. Now it's their turn.
I'm sure the Bobcats missed Oscar Martinez on that play also. He's been plugging up the hole quite a bit for him tonight, and he wasn't there for that. But nothing to take away, nothing from Houston. That was a nice run.
No doubt about it. We're going to see number 16 kicking the ball away, Jeff Moreno for the Mustangs. Again, they've been kicking these low-line drives that have been fielded by the up men, by the second tier. And we've been getting good returns out of it. I would say around the 45, 46-yard line. They were very happy. And you got to be careful, because if that happens, one of these might get popped through if they over-pursue. And this one's going to go a little bit deeper and take it at the 20-yard line. That's going to be Edwards. Just get past the 32, the 33. So if you're a Mustang, you're a little bit happier with the way that went for them. Again, it was a low-line kick, gave the man an opportunity to get a run back. But I would say that would be good coverage as far as they're concerned. And the ball spotted at the 33.
You were alluding back to the tapes and the coaches viewing them. Maybe the Nixon-Smiley coaches have seen something in the Refugio kickoff return part of the game also, and that's why they're doing little short kicks.
And not wanting them to have opportunities. Exactly. Double tight ends. This is going to be Bisby, but he's going to be taken down early. Only gain about 1 yard. Around the ankles first. Number 54, Ruben Legging.
He's made a couple of solo stops there, Mr. Bisby.
That he has. That he has. Again, it's going to be spotted at the 34, 35-yard line, just short of it. Receiver to the left side. Once again, this is the standard formation. Double tight ends with Beck and Bisby in the backfield. And now we have Bland in at quarterback. And Bland pulls it out of the pocket. He'll be taken down. This time they're responding quickly. Number 27, Juan Reyes. Saw it developing. Did not get fooled this time. Bland had a great run earlier. This time he was not fooled. So it'll be 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 35-yard line of Refugio. See if they consider going to the air. They've had the tight end. They've gotten one ball to him and also missed an opportunity when he was wide open. Let's see if they can do it again. No, they're going to go on the ground. They're going to go with Bisby. Bisby's going to get only about 3, possibly 4 yards, so it will be 4th down. And it, I'm sure, is a punting situation.
Chuck Johnson and Ruben Lejean are hanging on to dear life.
That's pretty much the way it goes with Bisby. You hit him once, you concede the fact that you're going to give up about 2 or 3 yards on the drag, and that's just the way it is. Snap is good. One's going to be a bit short, but take a good Refugio bounce. It's going to be taken by Spears, number 1. And he'll be taken down. He'll gain maybe 3, 4 yards tops. And all of a sudden you saw number 50 and number 30 in there. Number 30 being Rodney Asso and number 50, Refugio Pesena. And Pesena's coming up a little bit slow. He is starting center also, but it looks like the closer he gets to the sideline, he seems to be running it off. But though I'm sure we'll give him a double check. From the 32-yard line, Smiley. Hands up to Cardenas, and again, right there, jumping on his back, number 7, Burl McKinney.
He's doing a good job of coming from clear across the other side of the line.
Yeah, we're just under a minute here to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball is loose. The ball is loose. Whose ball is it? It is Refugio's football. Refugio's football. This could be the big break of the ball game right there. We haven't seen a turnover since the very beginning of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
And look, our other big man, Sean Sullivan, 6'3", 280-pound junior, coming up with the ball for the Bobcats.
I take that back. We had the opening kickoff was a turnover, and then the punt return for Refugio was a turnover for Smiley. And now this time they give the ball back in their own territory at the 35-yard line. Kid Pesena, the center, is back in the ball game. He seems to be coming up the ball fine.
Another golden opportunity.
Let's see if they can capitalize. Going to Bisby. Bisby breaks a tackle or two. Gets over the 30 or to the 25. He just keeps the legs pumping.
He just does not stop. It's pretty close to a 1st down.
Yeah, very close to a 1st down. Let's see. They're going to say he's just a hair short. He needed to get to the line, and he was short by about a half of a football. So it will be 2nd down and less than a foot, to be honest with you. Bland in at quarterback. Beck bouncing around right there. Don't know which side he's going to there. They set him up on the left. Now they're going to go ahead and stop the clock. Okay, that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Refugio trails 14-13. But right now they've got something good going on here. They have an opportunity to really get something going. Again, they get the ball back on the turnover, and it's time for them to capitalize.
Yes, we need to.
They trail by 1, and they definitely need to get ahead. And if they can get ahead, I'm sure they want to try that 2-point conversion again if they get to the end zone. Well, we also have a shot here, as I've continued to mention. The sponsors are what make this possible, and if you please do have an opportunity, thank them. You know, let them know that you appreciate the fact that they are making this available to you. Again, it is in their lap, and we appreciate it. Of course, TPR Arena, area team roping arena, located 2 miles west of Refugio on Highway 202, proudly supporting the Refugio Bobcats as they strive for the 2A state championship. Again, if you need any information, call 526-2737. And of course, their message is from Tony and Roxy Padilla, go Bobcats. Also, Texaco Gas and Go Market. Make sure that Texaco Gas and Go Market, I'll call it that. Leaving for the game or just need a fill-up, stop at the Texaco Gas and Go Market at 719 Victoria Highway. Go Bobcats. Getting this fourth quarter underway. Bisby gets the first down. Remember, they only needed less than a football. Yeah, he's good for 2, you know, any day of the week, it seems like. But they moved the chains. They get 4 new downs, and they are spotted at the 23-yard line. Again, that's fine and dandy, but they want points. They've been in this situation before and came away empty-handed. Cannot let this opportunity slip. Bland hands off to Bisby. Bisby pounds, spins. He'll gain about, I'd say, 5, possibly 6 yards on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. Running behind that big line.
34, Jason Medina once again coming up with a tackle for the Mustangs. So it's about 2nd and 6.
Oh no, about 2nd and 4.
Oh.
Okay, or 2nd and 5. But definitely not 6. Double tight ends, the standard play. This is going to go Bisby, left side. He takes on about 2. Delivers a little punishment as he gets over the 15-yard line to the 14. See where they spot this one. They say he's just about the 15-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 coming up. In the ball game, number 20 for Refugio, bringing in the play from the sideline, Phillip Brown. They don't fool around too much here. We're going to run the double tight ends. We're going to run them all game long. Going to go Bisby pounding his way forward all the way to approximately the 11-yard line. But that should be enough for the first down. They are calling for the clock to be stopped so they can give it at least a good look, and that is the case. They say it is a first. They'll move the chains, and Refugio will have an opportunity to get another first down if they are able to get the ball within the 2-yard line. Number 1 with the play call, Chris Garza from the sidelines. He'll split himself out wide to the right side. Back switches to the left side. It's going to go Bisby. Bisby powers his way forward and just kind of bulls over some folks. We have a penalty flag. Let's see if we have either an offside, possibly an illegal formation of some kind, maybe some motion. Dead ball procedure call. Okay, so actually the play never happened. Never happened. They're not big on rewind. we thought that one earlier, and they're not going to do a lot of that rewind.
Well, here's another opportunity for the Bobcats. We need to get on the board here.
From the 17-yard line, first down. Bisby punches over the 15, down to the 13, so it's a gain of 3, possibly 4. As you can see, Refugio trails by 1. We're in the 4th quarter. Refugio's in Nixon-Smiley Mustang territory, and they need to come out of there with some type of action.
I don't imagine it's... I think it's been a while since they've been down in the fourth period. Has going into the fourth.
Oh, that's the truth. It's been a while. Oh, little pass. Oh, what a play. It's been like they've been setting that one up all day.
They were looking for Mr. Bisby, weren't they?
Bisby. Okay.
Nice play call.
Next quarter. Bisby. Okay. Denley. Boom.
Wow.
Beautiful play call. Set it up. They were looking, and Denley he probably looked blocked for just a half a second, then just sprinted forward, and just a nice touch pass from Bland. Denley doing a great job, number 89. They are going for two. This one is going to be another throw, and it's his day.
He wasn't as wide open, but he still made the catch. Nice catch.
Great two-point conversion. Denley gets the score and the two-point conversion. Bland successful on both pass attempts there. So that is big time. That is big time. That makes the score 21-14. 7-point lead with 8:34 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that's good. They needed that score right there.
That is just some super stuff. As with every score, the footballs come flying.
And if we can get another good defensive stand here.
Bo Sanders kicks it up high and come down the middle of the field. Taking out the 25, and he tries to break it through and get some good yardage over the 30 to the 33-yard line. Made something out of not much there. Coming off the bottom, number 63, is that correct?
33.
33, excuse me.
Yeah, B.J. Flores. I think that's the second time he's been on special teams.
I also believe I did see 63 fooling around there, Ryan Williamson. He was a gentleman earlier who took that fumble and the opening kickoff. Well, it's late in the fourth. These guys got to do it if they're going to do it at all. Houston, good yardage on first down.
Boy, both fullbacks have put on a show tonight.
They really have. Let's just see if they continue. Again, they had over 8 minutes to go when this drive started. So they'll probably continue with their ground game also, not try anything too fancy. They're not in a desperation mode by any means. They don't have to go to the air if they don't need to. Again, they're going to go to Houston. Houston breaks a tackle. He tries to get the outside 50, and he is taken down there, and a penalty flag. And a penalty flag. I'm thinking a face mask. Yeah, he was spun, and the way he went down too. That could be 15 yards.
Number 13, Joey Martinez threw a great block to open up that hole for.
Oh yeah, there it is. You could tell by the way the
head jerk.
He would jerk, and his whole body just spun around based on that face mask. So that's a huge penalty. 15 extra yards, putting it at the 29-yard line. That is a big deal. That is a big deal.
The Mustangs have turned right back around and have moved the ball downfield.
Now is their chance. Going to Houston. To the 25. He gains 4 yards. He's got to be tired. They put a lot of work, a lot of effort into this. Got to be tired.
Looked like number 9, Matt McKinney, made the stop for the Bobcats.
On second down and 6. Mustangs trying to get something going here. Tight end left side, receivers left side. Pitch outside. It's going to the ground. Who's got it? Who's got it? I believe it's Refugio's ball. There it is. It is Refugio's ball. That is a backbreaker right there.
Number 9, Matt McKinney coming up with the ball. And you're right, wow.
That is a big play. The freshman coming up with the fumble.
He was a little enthused, wasn't he? He was happy. Yes, it did.
Quite happy. From the 31, 32-yard line, Refugio takes over in their own territory. Again, right now, I'm assuming we're going to see the Bisby show because we're going to see a lot of ball control. Kill some clock.
Exactly right.
The Bisby show continues, and he breaks a tackle, gets over the 40, and he gets over the 50, 40.
So much for running the clock.
Oh, well, so much for running the clock out. You ruined my theory right there.
Oh, my. 68 yards. Are they happy over here?
I think they've earned the right to be happy.
Yes, they have.
I think that probably puts Bisby over 300 yards on the day.
Is that man going to be tired tonight?
Well deserved.
Yes.
Somebody feed that young man.
Moyes.
Moyes, possibly.
Chicken, golden.
All kinds. Got some options. Take care of your sponsors. Take care of your sponsors.
That's it.
There's a flag down on the field on the extra point attempt. Let's see what is going on here. Maybe someone jumped, or was it an illegal procedure penalty? And it was thrown by the linesman. It is procedure, so they'll move it back 5 yards. That extra point will be taken off the board. You'll have one more shot at it. It's number 17, Rose Sanders.
Yeah. Blue, green, and white.
I think Bisbee, you know, he wouldn't have mind. He's glad he got that 69, 68 yards? 68, yeah. And he could have done it in like about, 10 plays.
I was going to say 10 carries.
Or one play. I think he's partial to the other. The snap is down again. Rose Sanders kicks it up. And this one is going to be good also. So he puts it through 28-14 on the extra point by Rose Sanders.
This is great. We've 15-0 in the fourth period thus far. For the Bobcats right now. So we're 28-14.
You know it. You know it. We talk about it time and time again, and I have a couple more people I want to mention. Our sponsors. Make sure that they get the credit where credit is due. Advantage Publishing Company. They are a sponsor for Refugio Bobcat football, and we appreciate it. We urge you to follow the winning ways of Refugio's mighty Bobcats. Each week in the Advantage Press, as sports writer Clark Barnhart puts the game highlights into sharp focus. The Advantage Press and Bobcat supporters say all the way to state, Bobcats. And, of course, last but not least, the folks over at TCI Cablevision. Of course, Bay Area Studios, the producer of this show, wants to thank TCI Cable for making the rebroadcast time available. It is sincerely appreciated by us and also all the people of Refugio.
Who is our producer?
Mr. Somebody. What's his name? Mr. Ron Jorgensen. There you go. Turn up the knobs. There you go, Ron Jorgensen. There you go. You ever hear a voice in the background? On the return, no, it's Spears. He gets a good return all the way to 44. You ever hear a voice in the background heckling us or whatever? There's Ron, producer, director of Bobcat Shows. He's got control of the buttons, so he can put anything he wants on anytime he wants to, so we got to be nice to him. Because he can put some mean stuff about us, too.
Yes, he can.
Don't even think about it. You're making a reach for the keys. You see, send your letters. Was that bad letters or fan letters? How's that? I don't know. Trailing by 14, the Mustangs hand off to Cardenas. And not much there for them. They get about 2 yards. Need a whole lot more than that. Now they might be in a situation where they might have to pull, dig back in the playbook a little bit and maybe go to the air because they need quick scores. Or they might pull something kind of fancy here and something that might be kind of a game breaker, something that they can get some big yardage on. Because just time, for the sake, the situation is time's not on their side. And there they go, looking to throw, and they got one of their plays. Wow. A great catch, number 88, making a good catch there. That was a sweet-looking pass. Chuck Johnson pulls it in, the tight end, and looking at how good a pass that was, I'm surprised we don't see the quarterback throw more often. It's got great form. He puts it right where he needs to.
Number 34, Norman Moya was all over him right there on the play, but wow.
But nice good concentration. Yeah, was able to stay focused, keep it in.
Yes.
On first down. Oh, submarine. Number 66 making a big play. Artemio Hernandez. But just sends Houston kind of airborne. He'll fall 4 for 1. Again, after this ball game, we'll have Bobcat Corner and, of course, our guest, the head coach, George Harris, talk about tonight's ball game, what the plans are for the future, you know, for next week's playoff effort.
Like we mentioned earlier, they've got the winner of Crawford and Ganado. Should they pull this out tonight?
They're going to the air once again. This one's going to be overthrown, though. Threw into triple coverage. The intended receiver, number 35, Rigo Mendiola.
Moya was back there once again with several other Bobcats on the coverage.
It will be, I believe, third down. And after the 1-yard gain by Houston, the incomplete pass, it is third down. From the 34-yard line. He wants to throw. Rolls a little bit right, looks down the field, and it's going to be trapped. Not sure who the intended receiver was on that one, but Tilley was there to make the play. It was trapped on the one hop. So it will be fourth down, and I'm in there in that situation where it's 4-down territory, trailing by 14 late in the fourth quarter. Penalty of some nature here.
The old delay of game.
I think it's the old dreaded delay of game. It'll make it 4th down and 15. If they keep the same play, all they'll do is just tell the receivers, make it a 5-yard deeper pattern and just go 5 more yards. Like I said, they don't have to put it in the end zone here, but they definitely want to get a first down. They need to get a first down if they have any hopes of continuing with this ball game. He throws it down the field, and it's going to be broken up. The receiver had gone back to the middle, and it seemed like the quarterback had continued with the out pattern almost. And the receiver looked a little upset because I think he felt he was open if they would have come back to the middle. But the situation is this: it isn't complete on the 4th down play, so it'll be Refugio's ball. 1st down and 10 at their own 39-yard line, leading by 14.
That was number 10, Zach Edwards, who saw the ball just go through his hands. The Bobcats.
Time remaining, 4:41. We said it last time. Maybe I'll say it again. They need ball control. They'll probably run it to work on the clock. Does that mean Bisbee's going to run another one? I mean, I'm just trying to repeat what I said last time.
Yes, you are.
As you can see, some of the folks from Nixon-Smiley.
They don't think they're going to come back.
They're not overly confident that they're going to be able to make their way back out of this one. And again, we have timeouts still. A lot of timeouts still to be called, and they will be called.
And they will be.
That is just a fact of the matter. It may say 4:41, but I can assure you it's going to be longer than that. On 1st down, they got 3 men in the backfield. This one goes to Bisby. It'll be a gain of 3, possibly 4. To the 44, actually to the 43-yard line. So it will be a gain of 3. Bringing the play in, number 32, Brian Beck. He comes in for number 47, Oscar Martinez. They started that just like the first time they had put 3 men in the backfield the entire game. And I think they're going to continue with that. Landon at quarterback. Gives to Bisby. Just kind of
barrels his way forward.
Yeah, I was about to say, just kind of ducks his shoulder and goes for it. Gets over the, well, let's see what they got here. Gets over the 40-yard line.
Nixon-Smiley.
Gets over the 45-yard line, excuse me, past the 46. Timeout by Nixon-Smiley. They want to talk about this because it's third down. I mean, there's pride on the line here. There's definitely still chances. Crazier things have happened in high school football for sure. And now that they have put Refugio in a third down situation, you know, they need a big defensive stop here. Coach Harris, you know, just want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Now, they took the timeout. It gives them an opportunity to get with his guys and say, we need 3 yards. We need the push. I don't see them doing anything too tricky. I'm assuming they'll just probably go with the same bread and butter stuff because I think the per carry average right now for Bill Bisby, you know, is better than 3.
Yes.
Again, this was a game where they've done this. One situation, again, for the future of the playoff run, is they haven't shown a whole lot of things other than Bisby.
You're right.
You know, so if any scouts are here, they may just think this is strictly the Bill Bisby show. But anybody who's watched Refugio football knows that is not the case. He's very productive, but there are other weapons on this team.
Mr. Bland can throw the ball.
Absolutely. Bisbee's going to bull his way forward, and it looked like he was stopped 3 yards back. Looked like he was stopped 3 yards back, but just busted his way through. That's just got to be disheartening.
Last week we had number 22, Alex Boyd, have a nice game. So he's another running back that we haven't seen but a couple of carries out of tonight.
Again, they stay with 3 men in the backfield and double tight ends. Bisby breaks through a tackle or 2. Goes forward, gets about 5 yards on the carry.
Somebody's down.
That's Bisby, just slow getting up. He's not down, he's just slow getting up. That's different.
He's giving us the old Earl Campbell, let's take my time getting up after the run.
They give me, what is it? They give me 30 seconds on the clock, you know, and just, I'm going to take all 30.
That's it.
He did give us quite the Earl-like
Yes, he did.
effort tonight, no doubt about it. This one's going to go to Bisby.
Oh, this is a good time control drive.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And let's see where they spot this ball. The longer it takes them to unpile them, the more clock winds off the clock.
Jason Medina once again making the stop for the Mustangs, number 34.
And coming to the sideline.
Wow.
Number 11, Bill Bisby. He's like, can I please have some water?
I unofficially have him with 38 carries tonight. That's a bunch.
A lot. We're going to go to Beck. Beck takes a shot. Number 22, Oscar Cardenas, puts him down. And there's a timeout taken by Nixon-Smiley. And there's our man, Bill Bisby. He's a little wiped out.
Yeah, he is.
He's done the job. What do you have any unofficial yardage approximate or something like that?
I got 350. Right out, it's unofficial. But he's got a touchdown runs of 29, touchdown run of 62, and a touchdown run of 68. Not bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What are they saying? Where's that smile now? There's no smile in Smiley. That's right.
Wow.
That is the case.
I think the Bobcats would like an opportunity at Ganado next week because Ganado, I believe, was the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. Ganado is playing Crawford down the road. I think we'll try to get us a score on that game to see who officially we're going to be playing.
Hopefully we'll have some information on that near the end of the ball game. This one's going to go up the gut. Number 47 on the ball carry. Oscar Martinez. It is a first down. I believe it was 4th down on that carry, but the situation was this. They wanted to, you know, you need to punt it away. If you give it away, fine. If not, you get the first down and you just retain control of the clock. One timeout remains for Nixon-Smiley. Penalty flags. I think they may have taken every last possible second on the clock, and I think they probably have to delay a game, which is what you're supposed to do. You know, but at that time they came out of the huddle a little bit late. They mistimed it by probably a second.
Cost them 5.
And it stops the clock.
Yes.
And it defeats the purpose totally. I don't think they're sending Ira Green out into the wideout position, but so I guess he's coming off the field. They go ahead and take the knee. John Bland takes the knee.
Yep, I believe you're right.
And then the 3rd and final timeout has been taken by Nixon-Smiley.
I do have a score from that other ball game. And
Do you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, the final score was Crawford 29, Ganado 28.
29-28.
We will play Crawford, who is undefeated 12-0 on the year.
We came into that game number 8 in the state in the 2A rankings. Ganado number 9. So
wow.
We know who to focus on next.
Yes, we do. I've been informed also that Frere has been defeated tonight, so they are out of the 2A playoffs. They fell 36-14 to Charlotte.
That is a shame.
Yes.
That is a shame, but they gave it a good run also.
Yes, they did.
It is 2nd down. See if they continue going to the knee, and I believe that'll be the case. All the timeouts have been used by Nixon-Smiley. And depending on the clock, let's see if they ever have to run a play. I'm surprised they're coming up to the line so quickly. I'm very surprised they're coming up to the line. Actually, he's got him at the line, but Bland's not going to get under center for it. But yeah, okay, that's fine. But the only problem with that is you leave those guys down in the stands for too long.
They get tired.
They get tired, and they might move.
Yeah.
I think there might have been an offsides penalty. Someone shot underneath. It depends on, yeah, there was.
Well, I'm glad to see that little mishap there before the half really didn't affect the outcome of this ball game.
Yeah, I agree. You would hate to see that. You would hate for the game to end in that kind of situation where a miscommunication caused problems, but that was not the case. Once again, they're going to try and rush, trying to get that line to move.
Wait and wait and wait.
Just in control. Hands it back to the official. And I believe
that might be the last play. Yes, it is.
We have got ourselves a winner. 28-14, the Refugio Bobcats defeat the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs. Great play there on the last drive, just to do total ball control. Run the last 4 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock. Great efforts. Bill Bisby over 350 yards on the night, 38 carries. We have unofficially. Incredible ball game, you know, for him and the entire team. You know, again, they're going to be playing Crawford next week. Place and time to be determined.
Correct.
But it's going to be exciting stuff.
I believe we're going to follow them again, I believe.
I believe so.
Yes.
I believe so. We should be able to bring it to you.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Let me real quick have an opportunity to thank once again all our sponsors that have participated with us. Ben Jones Hardware, Miss Laura's Kitchen, Golden Fried Chicken, First National Bank, Gulf Coast Rehabilitation XL Sport Therapy, Moya's Mexican Food, Texaco Gas and Go Market, TPR Team Roping Arena, Advantage Publishing Company, and TCI Cablevision. And we got it figured out. Well, you know, the grannies over there. Let's ask the grannies if they've seen Albert. You know, I mean, well, I figure Albert probably started in Miss Laura's kitchen, worked his way over to Golden Fried, a little dessert over there at Moya's.
Well, we hope he's safe and okay wherever
We do hope so. That's right, wherever he's at. But again, some of the most loyal fans in the world, right there. You're looking at him. But it's been a good one tonight, and they got to see what they got to see. It 28-14, the Refugio Bobcats defeat the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs. It's been a lot of fun. I'm Stephen King for Rudy Rivera and Mr. Ron Jorgensen of Bay Area Studios. Thanking you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week. Again, Bobcat Corner coming up next with Coach George Harris. Good night, everybody.
Hi, I'm Andy Kellner, and we're here with number 47, Oscar Martinez, who was picked by Coach Harris as the defensive player of the game. And Oscar, how do you feel how the defense went?
Well, first, I think we came out here and we weren't as fired up as we were supposed to be. And then the second half, Coach just told us that we had to come out hard. And the second half, we stepped it up and caused fumbles, and that was the game then. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, Oscar. Next week we'll either be playing Ganado or Crawford. Will you be doing your defense any differently?
No, I think Coach McKinney will just leave it the same and just play hard every week and just give it all we got.
Okay, now we have number 89, Mitch Dinley, one of the offensive players of the game. Mitch, how do you think that the offense worked tonight?
Did real well in clutch situations, and we knew it was going to be a struggle coming out here. We performed pretty well in the first quarter and first half and stuff, but we knew we had to come out the second half, else it was going to be the end of the season, and we didn't want that, so we stepped it up a notch.
All right, next week, as you know, we either play Ganado or Crawford. Do you think we'll be doing anything different on offense?
No, sir. No, ma'am. You know, we can't take away from Mr. Bisby, you know. That's a go-to guy, and when times get tough, your good players have to step up. It's going to be a tough game, but I think the Cats come out on top.
Thanks very much, Mitch. Now, stay with us for Bobcat Corner. Good night from Memorial Stadium.
Welcome to Bobcat Corner. I'm Stephen King, and we're going to be interviewing Coach George Harris today. And again, you saw it earlier. The Refugio Bobcats won the ball game 28-14 over the Nixon-Smiley Mustangs. Outstanding ball game, and again, Refugio continues on to the playoffs. But let me go ahead and turn it over right now and ask Coach Harris a few questions about this whole year and what's upcoming for Refugio. Coach Harris, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, like we just said, you got through a big ball game over Nixon-Smiley. Got to be very excited about that. Some great things happened on the field for your team. But the whole season in general has been a pretty interesting year for you. It's been a good learning experience, I'd say, for the Bobcat team. Would you agree with me on that?
Yeah, it's been an interesting season. We started with only 2 offensive returners from last year, and I think 1 on defense. And we've got guys playing in new positions. Jake Gum, an offensive guard, or quarterback all of his career, moved to guard this year and did an excellent.
Quarterback to guard. That's a change.
Jerry Gray played quarterback all of his career, and this year starting tight end, doing an excellent job. And we've had a lot of guys moving to new positions, and they really came around for us.
Again, the season went 8-2 for you this year. Again, I know you're used to, and I think a lot of the guys in Refugio are used to usually going through that season undefeated. Did you learn a lot in situations? Because when you lose a ball game, you try and learn as much as possible from it and make the team better. Did that seem to be the situation?
I think we figured out what we could do with the material we had, and of course we lost to Goliad, the District 3A champion, and lost to a good Odom team in a close ball game. And then of course we came on and was undefeated to the next 10 ball games.
Yeah, that's that's what it's all about. And again, that would be the situation. You learn from it. And like you said, with a new team, you have to learn what your strengths are at that point and then go with them. And one thing for sure, and anybody who watched the ball game tonight knows one of the serious strengths of the Refugio team is this fullback you have. He's wearing number 11 this year, and that's Bill Bisby. He's having an incredible year.
Yes, he is. And he wore number 33 last year, but he kind of admires Ricky Williams from Texas, so he wanted to switch to number 11 also. And he's had a heck of a year. He's gained now over 2,200 yards and scored 27 touchdowns. So we're just glad to have Bill on our side.
Oh, no doubt about it. There are also some other outstanding players in your team. Bill is having an incredible year also, but on the defensive side, players like Norman Moya and Oscar Martinez and stuff. There's some great play being out there on the team.
Yeah, and we actually have two freshmen starting, Matt McKinney and Artemio Hernandez, two sophomores, and Zach Edwards and Chris Tilley. Of course, both McKinneys are playing well, and Burl at linebacker, and Oscar Martinez also is doing an excellent job at linebacker. And we have some good size on our defense, and Marcus Torres 280, Sean Sullivan 280. So our defense is looking a lot better.
Again, like you said, with that youth, the one thing that you got to be real happy about is these guys are in there, the young players, and producing. They're doing the job, and that's just going to make them even better in their future at Refugio.
Yeah, you know, I've been there 16 years, and I can only think of one or two freshmen that actually started, and we have 4 freshmen that are getting a lot of playing time this year.
Well, it's been a lot of fun watching some of these ball games and seeing the way they've developed and the way they've come together as a unit. One thing that you do on your team is, which you don't see on a lot of other teams, is that you will go ahead and alternate your quarterbacks. You have Rose Sanders, number 17, along with John Bland, number 6, and it seems like you change them out about each and every series. Is that correct?
Well, see, Roe was starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, and then at mid-season we moved him to outside linebacker on defense, which he's made a great improvement in our defense. He does all of our kicking, extra points, field goals, punting, returning punts. So we had to give him some rest, and, of course, John's doing a good job of coming in there and spelling him on offense at times.
It seems like John also gives y'all another threat at throwing the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you're primarily a ground-oriented team and do it very well, but he really, like tonight, he got the pass to Denley, which was a great one.
Yeah, he's thrown some good passes for us, and he has an excellent arm, and he's doing, like I say, a good job.
Your coaching staff this year, were there any changes from last year to this year in your coaching staff? Did you add some new people?
We lost Gilbert Price, went to Carroll, so Jerry Don Long moved into his spot working on the varsity. We added Adley Scott. Adley's a Refugio native, graduated there in 79, played at Texas Lutheran, came to us from Galveston this year. He works, assists Coach Keese with our offensive line. Dave Plymel, our baseball coach, moved into high school this year and also works with us.
So bringing some of the people back, some of the alumni back, kind of keeping it in the family there with them coming back home. Again, the season went 8-2 before the playoffs. Then comes playoffs. Your first game is against Banquetti, and that was a big ball game. Banquetti had a little bit of personnel problems, I understand that, but every game is an important game. How did you think the playoffs started for your team?
About like we expected. You know, we definitely were not up for Banquetti. It was hard to get the kids excited about them, knowing that they had kicked off 8 or 9, I think 8 starters, 9 boys actually. But I'd say this last week we were a little more excited playing Nixon-Smiley. We'd seen them on film and knew what they could do, and they had some good offensive linemen, and they had a couple of outstanding running backs. Both of them had been at least close to 1,000 yards. Of course, Cardenas had 1,800 yards coming into the game.
And speaking of that game, it seemed like their game plan was to go away from Cardenas and go to their fullback Houston, and he had a good ball game. Did that kind of surprise you that they did that?
I think they probably started with Cardenas, and we shut him down, so that's when they turned to Houston, and he had almost 150 yards. But
he had that one pop. He popped one good one midway through the ball game. I can't exactly remember how long it was, but he had a good long touchdown run. It reminded me of a Bisby run. It was a fullback straight at the middle, and you can't arm tackle one of those powerful fullbacks, and that's what happened. He split the defensive backs and took it in. But It was a really good ball game, especially for Bisby. Like we said before, Bisby had 300 and I believe 50-plus yards on the ground. And that's not the way it's going to be every week. Again, he had 38 carries, but is that a situation where you take what the defense gives you?
Yeah, you're going to take what the defense gives us, and we felt like we could run left, and we ran left first play, and he popped a touchdown. And
that's a good sign right there.
and the way I look at it, you just keep running until they stop you, and they never stopped it. So
that's what we were discussing. I was talking with Rudy Rivera, the gentleman I was working the game with, and one thing that you got there that everybody saw Bisby, everybody knows about Bisby, but for future teams that you're going to be seeing in the playoffs, in particular next week, Crawford, they didn't see a whole lot from y'all except Bisby. So there's a lot of other things you have, on the back burner that really never got exposed, at least not in that playoff game.
that's true. We've got some plays where we're going to be faking the bill and running counter-type plays.
I think that you're speaking of fake. Bland did a great fake earlier in the ball game where he just was pretty much, except for a good open field tackle, it was an incredible thing. Everybody went with Bisby except that one player, and Bland almost popped a big gainer there. Also, the fake where he threw it to Denley in the end zone. Everybody was jumping all over Bisby. Well, Denley was standing out there by himself.
Yeah, both of our tight ends were wide open on that play.
It's just a nice little setup, right? Bisby. Uh-oh, he doesn't have the ball anymore. That's a tough one. But again, with Crawford next week, you're going to be taking on Crawford. Now, they're a tough team. They're 12-0 coming into this ball game. I believe ranked 8th in the state. And at least that's the latest ranking, the last one we had. What are you expecting from them?
I've seen them on film, and they have an outstanding quarterback in Chad Ray. He's thrown 18 touchdown passes and completed about 63% of his throws, and he's an excellent runner also. So we're going to have our hands full.
Have you seen any team this year with a comparable style to their offense with this type of passing scheme?
We haven't played a team with the kind of quarterback that he is. There's no doubt he's the best I've seen.
This is going to be interesting. Again, do you do anything differently to prepare your team for something like this?
I'm going to leave that up to Coach McKinney. I've got a lot of confidence in his defensive, the job he does, and so we're going to do a good job in pass coverage. We know that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, where is this ball game going to be played?
It's going to be at Hayes Consolidated.
Okay, up the road, going to Buda. Is that
That's
correct? Okay. Is that a Friday or Saturday game?
Friday night, 7:30.
Friday night, 7:30. I know that the Refugio faithful will be on the road following y'all there. Refugio might be a bit of a ghost town by that time when everybody's on the road with y'all.
Yeah, we're really hoping to play back in Victoria against Ganado because we had a little revenge from last year.
Crawford kind of messed that up for y'all there.
Crawford messed it up in overtime.
Well, they had a tie, and I believe theirs was 29-28 or something along that line.
I believe
A one-point game. So you almost had your shot, but you may be disappointed for that, but I know you're very happy to be where you are.
Oh, you bet.
No doubt about it. But 1 week at a time. No need to look any further than Crawford at this point. But I know it's going to be exciting. I know you're going to have a lot of people there watching, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And, of course, we want to wish you the best of luck from Bay Area Studios.
I appreciate that. It's an important game, of course, but it's an interesting game, the fact that my cousin is the principal at Crawford.
Oh. So we got a little side stuff. The phone calls have already started is what you're saying, okay? Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see who gets the family bragging rights after next week. But, again, good luck to you. And, of course, we want to tell you that we appreciate you coming over and getting a chance to talk to us and let people kind of get a little insight to what's going on with the program this year.
Thanks a lot. I enjoyed being here.
Thank you. Again, it's been Coach George Harris talking about the Bobcats. Big things going on from this year. Again, they're going to be facing the Crawford Pirates at Hazlet Consolidated in Buda, 7:30 Friday night. We hope to see you there, of course. Again, I'm Stephen King, thanking you for Bay Area Studios for joining us for Bobcat Corner. Good night.